Just imagine for a moment a country standing against the most powerful military force in the world, surrounded by sanctions, economic pressure, and global isolation, yet it refuses to stop. Instead, as time passes, it seems to be growing even stronger. On the other side, the country that initiated this war to demonstrate its power is now slowly getting trapped in an invisible and dangerous situation. It has been nearly a month, yet no clear winner has emerged. In fact, the situation has reached a point where losing is a problem, and even winning comes with consequences. So the real question is, who is truly benefiting from this war? And who is heading toward destruction? You are watching Documentary Info HD. In today's video, we will deeply analyze why this war is turning into a geopolitical trap for the United States, how Iran is leveraging this war for economic and military advantage, and why this conflict could shake the global economy. Watch till the end, because the final part contains insights that will completely change your perspective. The impact of this war is no longer limited to the Middle East. It is gradually turning into a global crisis. The United States has already suffered around $35 billion in losses, not just in military expenses, but also logistics, weapons supply, and operational costs. Additionally, 15 to 20 American soldiers killed, hundreds injured, significant loss of military equipment. Meanwhile, global oil prices are rising rapidly because this war directly affects some of the world's most critical energy routes. Europe is facing energy shortages, Asian economies are under pressure, and investors are pulling money out of markets. As a result, stock market instability, rising inflation, and growing fears of a global recession. This war is not just affecting the battlefield. It is also impacting politics. Within the United States, pressure is increasing on Donald Trump. Even his own supporters are questioning, was this war necessary? And where will it end? History has shown long wars often destroy political careers. Vietnam and Afghanistan wars are now being brought up again as examples. Now the most important question: why can't the US stop the war? The answer lies in one word: prestige. This is no longer just a military conflict. It has become a battle of influence and reputation. If the US backs down now, it will signal weakness and reduce its global influence. On the other hand, if Iran stops, its resistance will be seen as a failure. So, neither side can stop, and the war continues. The Middle East is not just about war. It is the center of the global economy, especially the Strait of Hormuz, through which nearly 20% of the world's oil passes. Iran is using control over this route as a powerful economic weapon. If this route is disrupted, global oil supply will be affected. Economies will slow down. And this is exactly where Iran is playing its biggest strategic move. So the situation becomes clear. The US cannot stop the war. Iran can continue the conflict, and the global economy is at risk. Now only one question remains. Will this war end here? Or will it escalate further? Or are we heading towards something that could change the entire world?
Just imagine a general is sitting inside a defense command center in Tel Aviv or Riyadh. Suddenly, sirens start blaring. Radar shows hundreds of incoming missiles. But these are not ordinary missiles. Some of them are traveling 15 times faster than the speed of sound. They can maneuver within the atmosphere and can strike within just 7 to 12 minutes. This is not science fiction. This is the reality of today's Middle East. And at the center of this reality is Iran.
قبل از اینکه وارد صحبت بشم یک مطلبی رو آخر یادداشت کردم.
We are talking about a country believed to possess over 3,000 missiles. But the real question is, how did a nation under decades of sanctions, with a pressured economy and technological isolation, become so powerful? This story begins in 1979. The Islamic Revolution takes place in Iran. The US-backed Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi is overthrown.
Patriotism. Maybe this word is not used enough in...
Ruhollah Khomeini comes to power. Everything changes after that. America, once a friend, becomes an enemy. Then comes 1980. Saddam Hussein invades Iran. An 8-year devastating war begins. Iran was almost alone, while Iraq had strong international support. At one point, the War of the Cities begins. Iranian cities face continuous missile attacks, but Iran had no effective response. This helpless situation changes everything. Iran realizes security cannot depend on others. They must build their own strength. This decision becomes the foundation of their future. Iran's missile program begins. They secretly acquire some Scud missiles, then start reverse engineering, led by Hassan Tirani Moghadam. Limited resources, limited technology, but unstoppable determination. Gradually, they develop Shahab 1, Shahab 2, and Shahab 3. Shahab 3 was a game changer. For the first time, Israel and US bases came within Iran's range. It wasn't just military, it was also a psychological victory. Then come severe sanctions, oil exports restricted, cut off from global banking, technology imports banned. Everything should have stopped, but Iran didn't stop. Iran chooses a new path, acquiring tech via shell networks, heavy investment in education, developing local scientists. They build a strong domestic research base. At the same time, the IRGC becomes a major force. Not just military, it controls large parts of the economy. Funding flows into missiles, drones, and research. Iran knew it couldn't fight like the US, so it chose missiles, drones, proxy networks. In 2023, Iran unveils the Fatah missile, traveling at 15 times the speed of sound and capable of maneuvering mid-flight. Shahd 136 drones, low-cost, high-impact, swarm attacks, overwhelming expensive defense systems. Iran's rise didn't happen overnight. It was built through war, sanctions, and determination for self-reliance. The biggest question is, do sanctions weaken a country or make it stronger?
And it can be assumed that Iran, surrounded by mountains and protected by multiple defenses, including the Melon Canal, is impossible to defeat. That's why Iraq has not won despite fighting for 8 years. What do you think? You can tell me in the comments.